Sorry for the background noise. My fan is on because it is boiling. Today I'll be doing my Q&A, finally. It'll just be a massive in-depth Q&A. Okay. So, the first question is, so, gender fluid and I need help with gender neutral clothing. So you're gender fluid, I'm guessing, and you need help with gender neutral clothing. Well, the best thing I'd say is most men's clothing is gender fluid anyways. They're gender neutral. So, like, see this shirt, anyone can wear this. Anyone can wear this shirt. So, like, fandom shirts are usually gender neutral. You can look online for gender neutral clothing, unisex clothing. Flannies are definitely gender neutral. Example here for flannies. And then example here for gender neutral t-shirts and stuff. So yeah, gender neutral, basically anything you want. Like, if you want to stay away from skirts and stuff, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But I'd say shorts or jeans, something like that. Long pants, short pants, gender neutral for the pants. For shoes, thongs or flip-flops, for those people who don't call them thongs, they are also gender neutral. Or sneakers. Sneakers are very gender neutral. So yeah, just wear what you want. Those are a couple of examples of gender neutral clothing. So yeah. Someone said the next question. Okay. Next question. Help, I don't think I have support. That's okay. I'm supporting you. Many other people online will support you. Just because you don't have physical support around you doesn't mean it's not there. So if you feel like you don't have support physically with you, just look online. Look online for support. There's heaps of support outlets online that you can find. And my community, I want to be a very supportive community, so yeah. Next question. I found these questions to be very interesting. What does it mean to be trans? To be trans or transgender basically means you were born in one body, but you are the other. Can also mean you're neither, so you're non-binary. Non-binary fits under the trans umbrella. Or gender fluid also fits under that. Demi-boy, demi-girl also fits under the umbrella. It's a big umbrella. It's a big comfy umbrella. So yeah, basically, for me, I'm female to male. So I was born female, but I am male. So yeah, that's basically what it means to be trans. What was it like coming out to your family, if you don't mind me asking? That's a completely alright question to ask. It was really difficult for me to come out, like, because at first I came out a couple of years earlier as gender fluid because I wasn't sure, I was still questioning, and it didn't go down well, so naturally I was terrified to come out as trans. So yeah, it was really hard. It was very emotional. But once it was out of the way, it was done, and I didn't have to worry about it anymore. It was just a big weight off of my shoulders. The next question was from a live stream. When did you know that you were trans? Well, it was kind of a strange thing, because like I said, I thought at first I was gender fluid, and then after a while I started slowly realizing, hey, there are more days where I feel male than female. And then it became, no, every day I feel male. So yeah, that's kind of how I found it out, figured it out. But looking back at my life, I slowly pick memories out of my childhood and being like, oh, that's a very trans thing to do and to think. So yeah, I've kind of always been it. I've always been trans, but I didn't know it until I had the language to put to it, basically. These questions: where did you get your binder? Where's a good place to buy binders online? So, I have binders from GC2B, I think. If it's not that, here's the logo here. They have excellent binders. They're good binders, but you want to go for the full-length binders, not the half binders. Half binders, yeah, they look more like a incognito binder, but these binders work better because these ones just stretch and then stop binding. These ones do that too, but it takes a long time for them to do it. I am currently going on a little quest to find the cheapest, most efficient binders online, so keep an eye out for a video on that in the near future. So yeah, keep an eye out on that for in the near future, where I'll be on a quest to find the best binder online, the cheapest binder. I'll put the link to GC2B in the description below. Does it really hurt when you breathe? I did answer this on Musically, but I'm gonna answer it again, because yes, if you wear your binder for too long, or wear it in the heat, or bind too much, then yes, it will hurt to breathe. It's basically compressing your chest, so yeah, it's a struggle to breathe. But in the mind of a trans person, physically hurting to breathe isn't as important as having a flat chest. We much prefer a flat chest than not flat chest. That's for female to male trans. What is binding? A lot of people asked, what is binding? Binding is basically where you flatten your chest with a binder, or some people use ace bandages or sports tape. Those ways of binding are really not the safest way to bind, but I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, it's just to achieve the flat chest for a trans female to male or non-binary person. What type of binders are safe and what type should you not buy? Well, like I said, I'm going to do a full video on that. But yeah, the ace bandages and the sports tape really is the worst way to bind. It's cheap and it's easy to find, but it's probably the most unsafe way to bind. All ways of binding are going to be unsafe because you're just compressing your chest, but buying a brand like GC2B, one of the big name brands, is a bit safer than than using ace bandages or making a makeshift binder yourself. Although it's cheaper, yes, to do that, it's not as safe as buying a proper binder. So yeah. This I just put in for a little funny question, just to lighten the mood a bit. Do you get upset when, like, a guy checks you out? Hell no. I find it hilarious because firstly, they're checking out a guy and they probably don't even know it. Secondly, I'm pansexual, so I'm like, yeah, that's right, I'm great, but I'm taken. So yeah, I find it hilarious. Okay, back to serious. I'm not sure if my mum will accept me if I tell her I want to be transgender. She thinks thinks me being bi is just a phase, and my friends have been trying to encourage me to come out to my family, but I don't know how. How should I do it? Well, the best way to do it, I'd say, is to sit your mum down and talk to her about it. Say, hey, I think I'm transgender. And to, like, maybe grab a couple of websites beforehand that explain what transgender is, in case she doesn't know what it is, or if she's confused about it. Just be like, hey, I think I'm this, and I want to tell you so you know what's happening in my mind at the moment. If they react in a bad way, that's okay. That's completely their choice to react in a bad way. If they do, then that's when you keep it on the down low. For a little while, just keep it on the down low. Try again. If they still react in a bad way, then just keep it down low until you can move out and actually do what you want to do. Yes, that's hard, but it's the safer option, honestly. Never try to force them to like it, because that's just going to end in disaster. They have their own opinions. They're allowed to like or dislike the idea. So, yeah. Just don't force it on them. And have all the info that they might want or need. So, yeah. But, like, having the info will show them, oh, you've done your research on this, you've really thought about this. So, they will take it more into consideration. Next question is kind of like, how did you know you were trans? Which is similar to a question I had earlier. How I knew is just because I had the language, and I had trans friends, and they described what it was like to me, how they felt, and I was like, wait, I feel the same way. Maybe I'm trans. And then I put some more thought into it, googled, watched videos, and slowly I was like, yeah, this is me. So yeah. Another lighten the mood a little bit. Does Felix is tran? Yes. Felix is tran. You're welcome. I'm glad I helped. Okay, so on that light note, we end this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope I answered some questions. If you are still confused, I'll put some links in the description explaining more about transgender, mainly FTM, because that is what I am. I'll also put a link in the description to an amazing YouTuber, Uppercase Chase. He explains stuff so well, and also he has great resources for buying stuff and for DIY stuff for FTM trans people. Also non-binary that want to have a mask, more mask look to them. So, and gender fluid, like we saw. So yeah, check out all the links in the description below. Lob a comment in the comment section below. Any suggestions for future videos, feel free to leave them. And until next video, see ya.